Hi, this is Denise Garcia from InfiniTract. Today I'm going to show you how to create a manual transaction. So when do you need to create a manual transaction? When you receive your transaction data in a form that's not electronic, if you receive a paper shipping notice instead or through email, the best way to keep all your information in one location would be to enter that information into your InfiniTract account. And I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to click the tab that says Create New. And you're going to choose whether you want to create an incoming transaction, which means you're receiving product, or if you are selling a stock bottle to someone else, then you would choose outgoing. I'm going to show you incoming. You're creating a manual transaction. Go ahead and copy down whatever invoice number you see in front of you on the shipping notice. If you are perhaps entering this information for a sister store, you could go ahead and change the address that's necessary. If it's a drop shipment, you could also change the ship from address. But in this case, I'm going to put down the name of the wholesaler who is selling me this item. So now I have the date received. I received it today, or whatever date that might be. You would enter that in when you first started. It's a manual transaction. This is a unique InfiniTrakT number. If you ever have any trouble with a particular invoice and you would like to call customer care for assistance, this is the number that we would be able to identify that one item from. Here's the invoice number that was on your shipping notice and the addresses of you and the company that sold you the product. The next thing you would do is choose the transaction statement. The transaction statement will be at the bottom of your shipping notice. And it's likely to be one of these two here, or it could say something different. If you would like, you could go ahead and just type whatever you see as their transaction statement. Once you're finished, you could go ahead and save it. The next step is adding your product. There are two different ways of adding product. First, I'm going to show you how to add one by one. You could search by NDC number. You could find exactly the right dosage and form. Go ahead and enter whatever reference number is on your shipping notice, number of containers, and the ship date when it was shipped to you. The next thing I'm going to do is highlight it, and I'm going to click on the blue button to add more information. I'm going to go ahead. If I want to, I can go ahead and add the lot numbers, and I can go ahead and add the history, who it was purchased from. The first thing I'm going to do, and in this case, you would go ahead and type it exactly how you see it. Whatever it might be. I would add there it is, and that one item is in there. If I have more history, I could go ahead and click on the next person in the chain of custody. The ship dates, the transaction dates, all of that, as much as you have, you would go ahead and add that in. Once you're done adding in all the information at the product level, you would go ahead and save, and then it takes you back to the transaction at the beginning. Now I'm going to show you how to use the product wizard, which kind of streamlines the entry process a little bit. So let's say you had an invoice with several items you needed to enter. This sort of makes it a little bit easier. Same thing at the beginning, you would go ahead and type in your your NDC code. And your quantity. And the ship date. It defaults to today's date, but you can change it if you'd like. Click Next. You can add lot numbers if you have them. You can certainly put this information in front of the bottles that are in front of you as well. In this example, I'm going to assume there's 2 different lot numbers. And I'm going to add that information in. Once I enter the lot number information, again, you don't need to put lot numbers down. The only time you would need to add lot numbers is if you're selling to someone else. You have to have that information. But if you want to go ahead and put it in, you can. Next thing, you're going to search for the person who sold it to you. You want to make sure you have the right address. Address matters. If you have the date that they purchased it, then that's all the better. Oh, this is actually a ship date. It was sent to you. And then if you have the manufacturer information, oops, actually, let's try this again. Now you select from here that it's a manufacturer instead of the distributor. And then if you have the ship date of when Actavis sold it to Masters, you'd go ahead and add that information as well. For this demonstration, I'm going to presume that I made a mistake. I'm going to go ahead and add this as a distributor. And I'm going to click Next. And here's our product summary. So I've got our product, and it's from Masters RX, who's listed as a distributor. And I also notice, oops, I made a mistake. I listed them as distributors. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go ahead and delete the manufacturer information, and I'm going to just correct it. Now that my information is correct, I'm going to finish. And then if I had another product, I'd go ahead and just start the next entry of the next product. You would continue to do this over and over until you're done. When you've added all your products from your shipping notice, then you would click Dismiss, and you would close out of the product wizard. Now your products are listed in the transactions invoice here, and the next thing you would do is highlight all of them and click Accepted, which you're accepting that the data matches the product that you received. Once you do that, it'll automatically be included in your history. You close the transaction, and then you're finished. That's how you manually enter a transaction. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to our customer care team.